as night gently enfolds the world in its embrace. I welcome you to a place where dreams and reality merge. Close your eyes, let go of the day, and breathe deeply, finding comfort in the stillness of the night. Today, we journey with Liko, a young lemur whose curiosity leads him beyond the familiar to seek the legendary great baobab and the whispers of the enchanted forest. Under a tapestry of stars, let your imagination soar with Liko. Feel the magic of ancient tales and the call of adventures yet to come. So, settle in. Let the story's melody carry you away, and may you find peace and wonder in the tale of the lemur sleep. Chapter 1. The Forest Whisper. In the heart of an enchanted forest, where the trees whispered secrets of old, and the air shimmered with magic, there lived a young lemur named Liko. With fur as soft as the clouds at dawn and eyes brimming with wonder, Liko was not like the other lemurs. While his kin were content, leaping from branch to branch, feasting on the lush fruits that adorned their home, Liko yearned for more. He was captivated by the stories the elders told under the moon's gentle glow, tales of distant lands, of creatures that danced with the stars, and of trees that touched the sky. Each night, as the forest hummed with the chorus of nocturnal life, Liko would find a cozy, hid amidst the thickets, his ears perked and his heart open, ready to soak in the elders' tales. Beyond the river that sings, through the grove where the fireflies weave white into dreams, lies the world that awaits. The eldest of them would say, her voice as soft as the wind through the leaves. Then so, under the canopy of the night, Liko's dreams grew wings. He imagined himself leaping from tree to tree, not just within the confines of their forest, but beyond into the unknown. He saw himself befriending the creatures of the night and learning their ways, discovering secrets hidden from the eyes of those who never dared to wander. One evening, as the sky painted itself in hues of twilight, the elders gathered the young ones for a special telling. Liko, with his heart beating a rhythm of excitement, nestled among his peers, his gaze fixed on that elder who sat before them, her fur glistening under the starlight. Long ago, she began, her voice carrying the weight of untold years, when the moon was but a sliver in the sky, and the stars whispered to the earth, there was a tree. Not just any tree, but the great baobab, taller than any I could see. Its branches carried off of the heavens themselves. Liko listened enraptured, as the elder spoke of the great baobab's magic, how it held the secrets of the stars in its roots, and the wisdom of the earth in its leaves. She told the creatures that lived among its branches, creatures of light and shadow, each with a story of their own. With each leap, the great baobab's children learned the languages of the wind, the songs of the rivers, and the melodies of the stars. They knew no bounds, for their hearts were as free as the birds that soared above the canopy. The elder continued, her eyes gleamed with the thought of ancient tales. Liko's heart swelled with the longing he could not name. He wanted to see the great baobab, to learn the languages of the wind, and to dance with the stars. He wanted to be like the children of the great baobab, boundless and free. As the dawn painted the sky with strokes of pink and gold, Liko's heart drummed with a mix of excitement and nervousness. The tales of last night had settled deep within him, igniting a feeling of adventure that he could no longer ignore. He approached the elders with a determined stride, his decision clear. I wish to seek the great baobab, Liko announced, his voice steady, though his insides fluttered like the wings of a butterfly. The elders exchanged glances, their eyes reflecting the firelight, each wrinkle on their faces a testament to the journeys they had once embarked upon. The eldest elder, her fur silvered with age, stepped forward. To seek the great baobab is to journey beyond the known, to face the mysteries of the night and the secrets of the day. It is a path of courage, of wisdom, and of heart. Do you understand what you ask him, Liko? Liko's gaze did not waver. I do, and I am ready, he replied, the image of the great baobab towering in his mind, its branches reaching out to him in silent invitation. A murmur ran through the gathering, like the rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze. The elders saw in Lika's spark they had seen in those who had come before, those who had ventured into the unknown and returned with tales that became the legends of their people. Then let it be so, the eldest elder declared, her voice resonating with a power that seemed to echo through the very trees around them. But know this, Liko, the journey will test you in ways you cannot yet imagine. You must be swift, for the forest does not always welcome the footsteps of the curious. You must be wise, for now, all that glitters in the moonlight holds the truth. And above all, you must be brave, for the path will ask more of you than you may think you have to give. Liko nodded, a solemn vow unspoken between them. The elders gathered around him, each placing a paw upon his shoulder, their murmurs weaving a tapestry of blessings and ancient chants, a protection for the journey ahead. With the ceremony complete, Liko felt a weight lift from his shoulders, replaced by a sense of purpose that filled his chest like a deep, cleansing breath. He was ready. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of amber and purple, Liko set about preparing for his journey. The forest buzzed with the sounds of night. It was a melody of anticipation, a prelude to adventure. Liko's heart danced to the rhythm, eager for the dawn when he would step into the unknown. He first visited the wise old owl, whose nest was perched high in the ancient oak that watched over the forest. The owl, with eyes as deep and mysterious as the night sky, listened to Liko's quest with a silent, knowing gaze. The path you choose is yours alone, but remember, young Liko, agility and speed will serve you well. The owl hooted softly, its voice echoing the wisdom of ages. It is your wing and your heart that will guide you through the shadows and the light. Liko nodded, absorbing the words like a sponge. From the owl, he received a feather, a token of wisdom and protection. Let this remind you that the sky is no limit, and the earth is your ally. The owl eyelid, its eyes twinkling with an ancient light. With the pow's blessing secured, Liko returned to the ground, moving with purpose. He gathered berries and nuts, filling his pouch with the forest's bounty. He collected leaves of the silvery fern for shelter and the glowing mushrooms, and lit the paths in the darkest night as he prepared his friends. The forest creatures came to bid him farewell. The squirrels brought him seeds that could grow with magical speed, a gift of sustenance for his journey. The fireflies danced around him, their light weaving a cloak of protection that would keep him safe in the darkest hours. With his preparations complete, Liko stood at the edge of the known, looking into the heart of the forest where shadows played in the moonlight. The air was alive with possibility, and the forest seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the first step of the adventure. Liko looked up at the stars. A map of dreams spread across the heavens. He thought of the great baobab, of the mysteries it held, and of the stories that awaited him. With a heart full of courage and a spirit alight with dreams, he took a deep breath, ready for the dawn, ready for his first leap. As the first rays of the sun pierced the veil of the night, bathing the forest in a golden glow, Liko stood at the edge of all new. The air was fresh with the promise of dawn, and the forest awoke to the song of birds, a symphony of life heralding the start of his journey. Today, he would leap not just between trees of his home, but into the vast unknown that lay beyond. The deep owl's feather tucked securely in his pouch, and the blessings of the forest creatures warming his heart. Liko took a moment to breathe in the beauty of the world around him. He thought of the elders, the tales that had fueled his dreams, and the wisdom of the owl that now guided his path. Today, he was not just Liko the lemur. He was Liko the adventurer, the seeker of the great baobab's secrets. With a determined gleam in his eye, Lemur launched himself into the air. His first leap was a burst of energy, a declaration of courage that echoed through the forest. The wind rushed past him, whispering tales of the unknown as he moved with a grace and agility that belied his nervous excitement. Branch to branch, tree to tree, Lemur danced through the canopy, his heart beating a rhythm of freedom and adventure. The forest responded to his passage, creatures pausing in their morning rituals to watch the young lemur embark on his journey. Squirrels battered words of encouragement from their perches, while the birds sang a melody of good fortune. Even the trees seemed to lean slightly, guiding Egan's path with their ancient wisdom. As the sun climbed higher, painting the sky in hues of azure and gold, Lemur felt a surge of exhilaration. With each leap, he shed the weight of doubt, his spirit soaring with the eagles above. He was a part of the forest, and yet he was reaching beyond it, into a world of endless possibilities. The morning gave way to noon, and Lemur found himself deeper in the forest than he had ever been. The trees grew taller, their canopies a tapestry of green that filtered the sunlight into emerald hues. It was a part of the forest untouched by time, where the air hummed with ancient magic and the ground teemed with life unseen. As he paused to drink from a crystal, Lemur streamed. Lemur felt a sense of wonder wash over him. This was the world the elders had spoken of, a realm of beauty and mystery where every leaf and every drop of water held stories untold. He realized then that his journey was not just a quest for the great baobab, but a journey of discovery, of understanding the delicate balance of life that thrived in the heart of the forest. His thirst, the twin shed and his spirit renewed, Lemur set his gaze on the horizon, where the forest stretched into infinity. He knew that the path ahead would be fraught with challenges, but the fire of adventure burned brightly within him. With a leap that carried all his hopes and dreams, Lemur ventured deeper into the forest, towards the mysteries that awaited. As the sun surrendered its reign to the moon, the forest transformed under the cloak of night. The vibrant hues of day receded, giving way to a world of shadows and silver light. Lemur, with the day's journey etched into his muscles and the thrill of discovery still pulsing through his veins, found himself in a part of the forest where the moonlight seemed to dance on the leaves, casting ethereal patterns on the forest floor. Intrigued by the gentle glow that seemed to beckon him forward, Lemur ventured deeper into this enchanted grove. His hair was different, charged with an energy that made the fur on his back stand on end. It was as if the very essence of the forest magic was concentrated in this place, a hidden sanctuary untouched by time. As he moved, the light grew stronger, revealing a clearing where the moonlight converged, illuminating a pond that shimmered like liquid silver. Around the pond, luminous flowers bloomed, the petals glowing softly, casting a serene light that bathed the clearing in a tranquil glow. It was a spectacle of natural beauty, a secret garden where the night revealed its wonders. Lemur approached the pond, his eyes wide with wonder. The water was crystal clear, reflecting the moon and the stars with such clarity that it seemed as if he was gazing into the very heart of the sky. Mesmerized, he reached out a paw to touch the surface, half expecting the celestial bodies to ripple under his touch. As his paw broke the surface, the pond stirred, and the reflection shifted, revealing not the sky above. That visions that made Lemur's heart skip a beat. He saw the great baobab, towering and majestic, its branches reaching out to the stars. He saw lands beyond the forest, vast and unexplored, where the earth sang songs of ancient magic. And he saw himself, leaping from branch to branch, a bridge between the world he knew and the worlds beyond. Captivated, Lemur realized that the pond was not merely water and reflection, and was a mirror of dreams, a gateway to the secrets of the forest. The visions were a gift, a glimpse of what awaited him on his journey, a confirmation of the path he had chosen. With a heart filled with gratitude, Lemur drank from the pond, the water cold and sweet, imbued with the essence of the moonlight. It was as if he was drinking the light itself, filling him with a strength and clarity of purpose he had never felt before. As he stood, the visions faded, leaving behind a sense of peace and a renewed resolve. Liko knew that the journey ahead would be fraught with challenges, but the magic of his moonlit discovery had reaffirmed his belief in the adventure, in the stories waiting to be lived and told. With a final glance at the pond, now still and serene once more, Liko stepped back into the shadows of the forest. The glow of the luminous flowers guiding his path. And night, once a blanket of darkness, was now a canvas of light, each glimmer a star guider forward. The forest whispered secrets as he moved, tales of the ancient and the eternal, and Liko listened with a heart open to the endless possibilities of the journey ahead. The adventure was more than a quest for the great Diobaba, or it was a journey of discovery, of understanding the intricate tapestry of life that wove together the forest, the stars, and the dreams of a young lemur whose courage had led her to the heart of the magic. With the discovery in the moonlit grove, Liko's first day of adventure drew to a close. He had leapt into the unknown, driven by tales of old and the promise of new stories to tell. The forest had embraced him, revealing wonders that whispered of the magic woven into the very fabric of the natural world. As he nestled into a nook among the ancient trees, Liko's heart was full of anticipation for the journey that lay ahead, a journey that would lead him to great Diobab and beyond, into the heart of the forest's whispered secrets. Chapter 1 of Likermar's tale concludes here, but his journey is just beginning. Each leap brings him closer to understanding the vastness of the world, and his place within it, a testament to the spirit of adventure that moves us all to explore the unknown, to listen to the whispers, and to discover the magic that lies in wait in the nod of the night. Chapter 2. Among the Canopy Stars. As dawn broke over the enchanted forest, a new chapter in Liko's journey unfolded under the watchful eyes of the Canopy Stars. The adventure of the previous night had left its mark on him, not just in the tales he would carry, but in the way his heart now beat, in tune with the forest's ancient rhythm. Today, he would learn the dance of the treetops, a dance as old as the wind itself. The morning air was crisp, filled with the scent of dew on leaves and the earthy fragrance of the forest floor. Liko, his spirit renewed by the moonlit discovery, felt a lightness in his limbs, a readiness to embrace the day's lessons. He climbed the highest branch he could reach, where the wind whispered secrets known only to those who dared to listen. Among the treetops, the forest revealed its true nature. It was a world in motion, a symphony of leaves rustling, branches swaying, and shadows playing chase with the light. Liko watched, mesmerized by the beauty of it all. As a realization dawned upon him, the forest was alive, breathing, and moving in a rhythm that spoke of harmony and balance. With a deep breath, Liko leaped into the air, his body moving with a grace he hadn't known before. He was not just leaping. He was dancing, his movements guided by the wind, his path lit by the slivers of sunlight that pierced the canopy. From tree to tree, Liko moved, his heart a drumbeat echoing the pulse of the forest. As he danced among the treetops, Liko discovered the harmony of its inhabitants. He saw the birds, the wings painting strokes of color against the canvas of the sky, moving in patterns that spoke of ancient dances. He watched the squirrels, their scampering a playful melody that added joy to the forest song. It was the wind that taught him the true essence of the dance. It was a partner that played with gentle gusts, pushing him to reach further, leap higher, and embrace the freedom of the skies. A wind carried whispers of the lands beyond, of mountains that touched the clouds and rivers that sang to the sea. It spoke of the great Diobaba, a beacon for those who sought the heart of the world. With each leap, Liko felt his connection to the forest deepen, his soul intertwined with the life that pulsed around him. He was no longer just a visitor. He was a part of the forest's endless dance, a keeper of its secrets and a sharer of its wonders. The dance of the treetops was more than a lesson in agility. It was a lesson in life. It taught Liko to move with purpose. It yielded to the flow of the world around him. It showed him that true strength lay in harmony, in the balance between giving and receiving, in the understanding that every creature, no matter how small, played a part in the grand dance of the universe. As the sun journeyed across the sky, marking the passage of time with shadows that grew and receded, Liko's dance continued. He moved with the grace of the wind, his spirit soaring among the canopy stars, a testament to the joy of exploration and the beauty of becoming one with the world around him. The dance of the treetops was a gift, a memory that would carry Liko through the challenges ahead, a reminder that in the heart of the forest, beneath the gaze of the canopy stars, he had found a harmony that would guide him on his journey to the great baobab and beyond. With the setting of the sun and the rise of the moon, Liko settled into the embrace of the ancient trees, his heart full of gratitude for the day's lessons. The dance of the treetops had ended, but the rhythm of the forest lived on within him, a melody that would guide his steps as he ventured deeper into the unknown, towards the next chapter of his adventure. After the day spent in the ethereal dance of the treetops, Liko just listened to the melody of a singing river. Its tune, a harmonious blend of ripples and flows, beckoned him with a promise of new tales and wisdom. As he approached, the forest seemed to part ways, guiding him to the river's edge, where the water danced under the caress of the moonlight, singing songs of the earth's deep secrets. Liko, drawn by the melody, found a spot by the riverbank where the water's song was clearest. It was here, amidst the symphony of the night, that he encountered the river's guardian, a wise old fish whose scales shimmered like the very stars that watched over them. The fish, ancient and now, swam closer to Liko, its eyes holding the mysteries of the river's depths. Then, traveler, the fish began its voice a whisper that melded with the river's song. You have danced with the wind and leaped among the stars. But do you understand the strength of the water, the power of flowing with the currents of life? Liko, intrigued and humbled, shook his head. He had learned much, but the ways of the water were still a mystery to him. The wise fish, seeing the eagerness in Liko's eyes, offered to teach him the secrets of the river. To navigate the currents of life, it said, one must learn to adapt, to be fluid like the water. For the river knows no obstacles. It flows around them, over them, and through them. Liko listened intently as the fish spoke of the river's journey from the mountain peaks to the vast ocean, how it embraced each rock and bend with grace, never fighting against the forces that sought to alter its course, but instead using them to gather strength in depth. The river's strength lies in its adaptability, the fish continued. It does not cling to the banks that confine it, nor does it mourn the leaves that fall into its embrace, only to be carried away. It accepts each moment as it comes, flowing ever onward towards its destiny. Moved by the fish's words, Liko pondered the lesson of the river. He thought of his own journey, of the challenges and wonders that lay ahead, and realized that like the river, he too must learn to adapt, to embrace the twists and turns of his path with the same ease and grace. As the night deepened, the wise fish taught Liko the language of the water, a melody of fluidity and resilience. Liko learned to listen to the whispers of the river, to understand its tales of patience and perseverance. He saw, in the clarity of the water, a reflection of his own spirit, ever changing, yet always true to its course. With the first light of dawn painting the sky in hues of awakening, the wise fish bid Liko farewell. Remember, young traveler, the strength of the river lies within you. Let it guide you, let it shape you, but never let it define your journey. For you are the author of your own tale, and the river is but minute-to-minute paths you will tread. Grateful for the wisdom imparted to him, Liko continued his journey, the song of the river a constant companion in his heart. He understood now the importance of adapting to the environment, of flowing with the currents of life. The lesson of the river was a gifted guide for the journey ahead, where the unknown awaited with open arms and the promise of new discoveries. As Lemur ventured forth, the melody of a river that sings faded into the chorus of the forest. A harmonious blend of wind, of water, and whispering leaves, each night a reminder of the lessons learned and the journey that lay ahead, beneath the watchful gaze stars. Beyond the river that sings, where the melody of water blends with the whispers of leaves, Lemur's journey led him to an open glade, bathed in the gentle light of the afternoon sun. It was here, amidst the dance of shadows, a light, that he encountered a creature unlike any he had seen before, a bird majestic and colorful, yet bound to the earth, for it had no wings to carry it to the skies. The bird, noticing Lemur's curious gaze, greeted him with a nod, its eyes twinkling with a wisdom born of a life lived within the bounds of the earth. "Welcome, young Lemur," it spoke, its voice as melodious as the river's song. "I am Ari, the flightless bird, guardian of the glade and keeper of the earth's secrets." Ego, intrigued by this unique creature, approached with respect. "I am Marco, traveler of the forest, seeker of the great baobab. But tell me, Ari, how is it that you, a bird, do not fly?" Ari chuckled, a sound that resonated with the warmth of the earth. "I am one. The skies are not the only realm of wonder. While I may not soar among the clouds, I have learned to see the world from the ground up, to find beauty in the details that those who fly high might overlook." Lemur settled beside Ari, his heart open to the lessons the flightless bird had to share. "Teach me, Ari. Teach me to see the world as you do." And so, Ari shared with Lemur the secret of seeing the world from different perspectives. To truly understand the beauty of life, Ari began, one must learn to see beyond the limitations, to embrace the challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. Akori led Lemur through the glade, pointing out the intricate patterns on the leaves, the way the sunlight filtered through the canopy to paint the ground in hues of gold and green, and the tiny creatures that thrived in the underbrush, each playing a vital role in the tapestry of life. With each step, I discovered new wonders, Ari explained. The earth tells stories, Lemur, stories of resilience and adaptation. See how the plants reach for the sun, how the trees bend with the wind but do not break. There is a lesson in every leaf, a tale in every root, that twists its way through the soil. Lemur listened, his eyes and heart wide open, as he began to see the forest in a new light. The limitations he had perceived in Apuri transformed into strengths. For the flightless bird, new secrets of the earth that those who flew high could scarcely dream of. The beauty of the world, Ari continued, lies in its diversity, in the myriad ways life expresses itself. My challenge is my wings, or the lack thereof, that has taught me to find strength in where I have, to explore the world from the ground, and to cherish the beauty that lies in every moment. As the day waned, and the sun dipped below the horizon, Lemur felt a profound gratitude for the wisdom Ari had imparted. The flightless bird had shown him that challenges and limitations were not barriers. The key ways to new perspectives, new discoveries, and a deeper understanding of the world's beauty. With a heart full of insights and eyes that saw the world anew, Lemur bid farewell to Kuri, the guardian of the glade. The lesson of the flightless bird would remain with him, a beacon of wisdom as he continued his journey among the canopy stars, ever seeking, ever learning, and ever marveling at the wonders of the forest and the stories it held. As Lemur ventured forth into the twilight, the forest seemed to embrace him, its secrets whispering on the wind, guiding him deeper into its heart, where the next chapter of this adventure awaited, beneath the watchful gaze of the stars, to the gentle of the earth's self. After parting ways with Ari, the flightless bird of wisdom, Lemur ventured deeper into the heart of the forest. The lessons of seeing beauty from different perspectives had filled him with a newfound appreciation for the world around him. However, as he moved through the underbrush, the sky began to darken, and the air grew heavy with the scent of an impending storm. Liko, curious and undeterred, continued on his path until the first rumblings of thunder echoed through the forest, a prelude to the storm's fury. Within moments, the sky unleashed its might, rain pouring down in sheets, lightning illuminating the forest in flashes of stark white light, and thunder rolling like the drums of the earth. Caught in the tempest embrace, Liko sought shelter, his heart racing with a mix of fear and awe. The forest, a place of beauty and mystery, now showed its old failing, the raw power of nature, untamed and relentless. It was a lesson in humility, a reminder of the smallness of one creature against the vastness of the world. In his search for refuge, Liko stumbled upon a grove of ancient trees, their trunks thick and roots sprawling, a testament to their age and strength. These were the elders of the forest, standing tall and proud against the fury of the storm, their leaves whispering in the wind, their branches swaying but not breaking. Liko, realizing the safety these giants offered, nestled himself among the roots of the largest tree, its bark rough against his fur, a comforting embrace in the chaos of the storm. As he huddled there, the violence of the storm raging around him, Liko witnessed the resilience of the forest. The ancient trees, with their deep roots, did not resist the storm's might. Instead, they moved with it, bending to the wind's wings, their flexibility a lesson in survival. They stood as guardians, a barrier against the storm. The strength derived from their deep connection to the earth and to each other. In the shelter of the ancient tree, Liko found courage. The storm, with all its fury, was not a foe to be feared, but a part of the natural cycle of the forest, a force that tested the strength and resilience of all who called the forest home. It was a lesson in enduring and finding the courage to stand tall in the face of adversity and in the importance of roots, both literal and metaphorical, as anchors in the tumultuous moments of life. As the storm passed, leaving behind a world washed clean, the forest slowly came back to life. The air was fresh, filled with the scent of wet earth and leaves, the sound of dripping water, a gentle music that played in the aftermath. Liko emerged from his shelter, his heart filled with gratitude for the ancient trees and their protection, and the lessons they had imparted. The storm's fury had passed, but the memory of it, the lesson of resilience and courage, would stay with Liko. He understood now that strength was not just in standing tall, but in the ability to bend, to adapt, and to find shelter in the connections that bound him to the world. With the dawn of a new day, Liko continued his journey, the storm's lesson a part of him now. He moved through the forest with a deeper respect for its power and beauty, ready for the challenges and wonders that lay ahead. Spirit unbroken, his resolve strengthened by the knowledge that even in the midst of fury, there was all way to endure, to thrive. The journey of Liko, the young lemur with a heart full of dreams and a spirit of adventure, was far from over. Each step, each leap, brought him closer to understanding the intricate dance of life, the balance of light and shadow, and the enduring strength of the heart that seeks to explore the vast, uncharted worlds both within and beyond the forest's embrace. In the gentle calm that followed the storm's rage, Liko continued his journey through the forest, his heart carrying the lessons of resilience and courage. The world around him sparkled anew, bathed in the soft light of the morning sun, droplets on leaves glittering like a myriad of tiny stars. It was a reminder of the forest's ability to renew and heal, a testament to the enduring spirit of nature. As he ventured forth, the soft murmur of voices caught his attention, leading him to a part of the forest he had never explored. There, hidden amidst the verdant embrace of ancient trees, lay a grove unlike any other. This was the sheltering grove, a sanctuary for the creatures of the forest, a haven where the bonds of community were woven tight. The grove was a riot of color and life, buzzing with the activities of its inhabitants. Birds flitted from branch to branch, their songs a melody of gratitude and joy. Squirrels gathered animatedly, their tails flicking as they shared the bounty of the forest. Even the trees themselves seemed to lean in closer, their branches forming a protective canopy over the grove, their leaves whispering secrets of unity and care. They were drawn by the warmth and harmony that radiated from the grove. Stepped into its embrace, he was greeted with curious glances and welcoming chirps, the creatures of the grove recognizing a fellow traveler, a kindred spirit whose heart beat with the love of the forest. He was here among the inhabitants of the sheltering grove. The Lemur learned the value of community and support. The storm had been a trial for all, a test of endurance and will, but it was the unity that had seen them through. Each creature, no matter how small, had played a part in safeguarding the grove, in ensuring that no one was left to face the fury of the storm alone. An elder squirrel, wise in the ways of the forest, shared with Liko the story of the grove. Long ago, he began, his voice soft yet clear. This grove was just a cluster of saplings, vulnerable to the whims of the world. But as we came together, sharing our strengths and our shelter, we grew into a community, strong and resilient. The trees grew tall and sturdy, their roots intertwined, a symbol of our connected fates. Liko listened intently, his heart warmed by the tale. He saw in the grove a reflection of the lessons he had learned on his journey. The importance of adaptability from the river, the beauty of different perspectives from a flightless bird, and the resilience and courage in the face of the storm. But here in the sheltering grove, he found a new lesson. The strength that comes from unity, from the shared purpose of protecting and supporting one another. As the day waned and the shadows lengthened, Liko realized that the sheltering grove was not just a place, but a living testament to the power of community. It was a reminder that in times of need, the support of others was a beacon of hope, a source of strength that could overcome even the darkest of times. With a heart full of gratitude and insights, Liko bid farewell to the creatures of the grove, their songs and stories etched in his memory. The grove had given him a gift, the understanding that even as he pursued his journey, he was not alone. The forest was a community bound by the invisible threads of care and support, a family woven together by the shared experience of life's storms and the calm that follows. Liko's journey continued, each step a leap of faith, each leap a dance of discovery. But he carried with him the lessons of the sheltering grove, a reminder that no matter how far he traveled, the heart of the forest, the spore of community, would always be with him, guiding him towards the next chapter of his adventure, beneath the watchful gaze of the canopy stars. After leaving the sheltering grove, with its lessons of community and support nestled close to his heart, Liko meandered through the twilight of the forest. The world around him was alight with the glow of the setting sun, casting long shadows that danced upon the forest floor. It was during this serene transition from day to night that Liko stumbled upon a clothing he had never seen before, where the air buzzed with excitement and the fragrance of blooming night flowers filled the air. As the last rays of the sun kissed the horizon goodbye, the clearing came alive with the creatures of the forest, each running to partake in a celebration known as the Starlight Festival. It was a night when the forest inhabitants gathered under the vast, starlit sky to celebrate the beauty of the night, to share tales of adventures, and to dream together of the infinite possibilities that lay within and beyond their woodland home. Liko, drawn by the warmth and the luminous glow of the clearing, found himself swept up in the festivities. The air was filled with the melody of flutes and the soft beat of drums played by the frogs and the crickets, their music a hymn to the beauty of the night. Fireflies in their hundreds danced through the air, their light weaving patterns that mirrored the stars above, creating a canopy of light that mirrored the sky. In the heart of the clearing, around a gently glowing fire, the creatures of the forest gathered to share their tales. Liko listened wide-eyed as stories of daring escapades, of dreams fulfilled and challenges overcome, were told with passion and pride. Each tale was a thread in the rich tapestry of the forest's history, a testament to the spirit of adventure that burned brightly in the hearts of its inhabitants. It was then that Liko realized the true magic of the Starlight Festival. It was not just a celebration of the night or a gathering of friends and family. It was a moment when the forest came together to live a collective dream, a shared vision of hope and exploration. Here, under the canopy of stars, and every creature, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, had a story worth telling, a dream worth sharing. Encouraged by the warmth and the camaraderie of the gathering, Liko found himself stepping into the circle of light with a heart full of dreams and a voice steady with newfound confidence. He shared his own tale. He spoke of his quest to find the great baobab, of the lessons learned from the river that sings, the wisdom of the flightless bird, the resilience in the storm's fury, and the strength found in the sheltering grove. As Liko recounted his journey, the creatures of the forest listened in rapt attention, their eyes reflecting the fire's glow and the star's light. In his story, they saw their own dreams and aspirations, a reminder that each of them was part of a larger journey, interconnected and bound by the shared love of their forest home. The Starlight Festival continued long into the night, a celebration of unity and dreams under the watchful eyes of the stars. And dawn's first light crept over the horizon, signaling the end of the festivities. Liko felt a profound sense of belonging and purpose. The festival had ignited his spirit, filling him with the courage to continue his quest, bolstered by the knowledge that he was a part of something much larger than himself, a member of a community that celebrated the journey as much as the destination. As Liko bid farewell to his newfound friends, the forest still humming with the echoes of the night's joy, he stepped into the new day with a hype lightened by the magic of the Starlight Festival. His journey to find the great baobab was far from over, but he now carried with him a collective hopes and dreams of the forest's inhabitants, a beacon of light guiding him forward into the canopy of stars towards the next chapter of his grand adventure. Chapter 3. The Journey Beyond. As the first light of dawn painted the forest in hues of gold and amber, Liko stood at the edge of the clearing that had hosted the Starlight Festival, his heart brimming with stories and his spirit enriched by the profound lessons of the forest. The night had been a revelation, a celebration of unity and dreams under the vast, starry sky, and as he looked towards the horizon, where the sky kissed the earth, Liko felt a stirring in his soul. It was a feeling of completion, a sense of having come full circle on his journey through the enchanted woods. The quest to find the great baobab had led him on a path of discovery, not just of the forest and its myriad wonders, but of himself. He had danced with the wind among the treetops, listened to the wisdom of the river, learned from the flightless bird, stood resilient against the storm, and found strength in the sheltering grove. Each step, each leap, had revealed a world rich with stories, lessons, and connections that had forever changed him. Now, as the dawn heralded a new day, Liko knew in his heart that it was time to return home. His journey through the forest had been a journey of the spirit, a quest for knowledge and understanding that had taken him far beyond the physical bounds of his world. But as every traveler knows, the end of one adventure is but the beginning of another, and Liko's adventures were far from over. With a heart full of gratitude for the forest and its inhabitants, Liko took a moment to say his farewells. He whispered his thanks to the trees, their branches swaying gently in the morning breeze, as if nodding in acknowledgement of his journey. He offered a silent goodbye to the creatures of the forest, his companions in the dance of life, each with their own tales and dreams. As he turned to leave, Liko felt the forest watching over him, its magic a gentle caress on his fur, a reminder that though he may leave, he would always be a part of this world, and it a part of him. With each step, the lessons of the forest walked with him, a guiding light for the path ahead. The gun journey home was a reflection of his journey through the forest. With every leap, he saw the world with new eyes that had witnessed the beauty of diversity, the strength of community, and the power of dreams. The forest, with its deep shadows and dappled light, seemed to bid him a fond farewell, its whispers a promise that the magic he had found here would forever dwell in his heart. As the forest gave way to the familiar sights and sounds of his home, Liko felt a surge of excitement. He was eager to share the tales of his adventures, to recount the stories of the river that sings, the wisdom of the flightless bird, the resilience found in the face of the storm, and the magic of the Starlight Festival. He knew his return was not an end, but a new beginning, a chance to inspire others with his tales, to ignite the spark of adventure in the hearts of those who listened. The dawn of departure marked the close one chapter in Likoba's life. But as he crossed the threshold back to his world, he knew that his journey had bestowed upon him a gift greater than any he could have imagined. He carried with him the spirit of the forest, a spirit of curiosity, courage, and wonder that would guide him in the adventures to come. Liko's return was a homecoming, but it was also a departure, a stepping stone in the next grand adventure. For in his heart, he carried the endless possibilities of the journey beyond, a journey that continued beneath the vast canopy of the skies of stars and stars. Liko steps towards home light, his heart a vessel filled with the richness of his adventures. The forest, sensing the change within him, seemed to part in reverence, leading him on a path he had not walked before. It was a path that meandered through the dense underbrush, past ancient trees that whispered secrets until it opened onto a scene so serene it took Liko's breath away. A hidden meadow, bathed in the soft light of the morning sun, its beauty untouched by tide. This meadow, a canvas of vibrant greens and sprinkled with wildflowers of every hue, was a haven of peace. The air here was fresher, filled with the scent of blossoms and the gentle hum of bees. At the center, an crystal river pond mirrored the sky, surface still and undisturbed, a perfect reflection of the world above. Liko, drawn to the tranquility of this place, stepped into the meadow, his presence barely causing a ripple in the air. He wandered, captivated by the simplicity and the beauty that surrounded him. It was as if the meadow was a world unto itself, a secret garden that thrived in the silence, away from the cacophony of life outside its bounds. As he walked, Liko felt a shift within him, a slowing of his spirit that matched the stillness of the meadow. He found a spot by the pond, where the grass was soft and inviting, and sat down, letting the silence envelop him. It was here, in the dead of the meadow, that Liko discovered a new blossom, a joy of stillness and of wisdom, and the wisdom of listening to the silence. In the stillness, Liko heard the subtle sounds of the meadow, the whisper of the grass, the soft lap of water against the shore, and the distant call of birds. These sounds, so often drowned out by the noise of the world, were here a symphony of nature, a song of serenity that spoke to the soul. The meadow taught Liko to listen, not with his ears, but with his heart. It taught him that silence was not the absence of sound, but the presence of a deeper harmony, a connection to the rhythm of the earth that pulsed beneath the surface of things. In the quiet, Liko found a wisdom that spoke of the balance of life, of the importance of pausing and reflecting, and of being present in the moment. As the sun climbed higher, its rays casting a golden glow over the meadow, Liko felt a profound sense of peace. The meadow, with its secret beauty and silent wisdom, it gifted him a treasure beyond measure, an understanding that amidst the rush of adventures and the pursuit of dreams, there was strength to be found in stillness, in the quiet simplicity. With a heart full of gratitude, Liko rose from his spot by the pond. He took one last look at the meadow, memorizing its contours, his calmness and the feeling of serenity that it had bestowed upon him. As he stepped back onto the path that would lead him home, Liko knew that the meadow's secret would stay with him, a reminder of the joy of stillness and the wisdom found in silence. The journey back was a reflection of the journey forth, filled with wonder and discovery, but now tempered with a new understanding. Liko moved through the forest with a quiet confidence, a sense of belonging to the world around him that was deeper and more profound than before. The meadow's secret was a pivotal chapter in Liko's journey, a moment of introspection that marked the beginning of a new phase in his life. As he emerged from the forest, the sights and sounds of home coming him back, Liko carried with him the lessons of the forest, the adventures of his quest, and the serenity of the meadow. But each sharing these tales of the wisdom they had imparted. Beyond the serene meadow where silence whispered the secrets of the earth, Liko's path led him to the foot of a great mountain. Its peaks pierced the sky, a monument to the majesty of the natural world, standing as a sentinel over the lands that stretched out beneath it. The mountain, with its rugged slopes and ancient stone, called to Liko, promising a challenge and a perspective that he had yet to experience on his journey. With the lessons of the forest, the wisdom of the meadow, silence, and the spirit of adventure that had guided him thus far, Liko began his ascent. The climb was steep, the path winding and fraught with obstacles. But Liko moved with determination, his heart set on reaching the summit. With each step, he felt the weight of his journey, the miles traveled, and the experiences that had shaped him. As he climbed, the world below began to unfold in a panorama of breathtaking beauty. The forest that had been his home, the meadow that had taught him the value of stillness, and the river that sang of resilience, all lay spread out beneath him, a tapestry of life and color that stretched to the horizon. Reaching the summit, Liko stood at the edge of the world, the wind whispering around him, the vastness of the earth laid bare before his eyes. It was a moment of profound realization, the understanding of his place in the grand scheme of things, of the impact of his journey, and the stories he had to share. In a burst of inspiration, Liko called out into the void, his voice carrying on the wind. And from the depths of the valleys and the heights of the peaks, an echo returned, his own voice reflected back to him, multiplied and magnified. It was as if the mountain itself was speaking, a chorus of echoes that carried the weight of centuries. This echo, this response from the heart of the mountain, was a message to Liko. It spoke of the oneness of all things, of the way his journey had touched the world around him, and of the power of stories to bridge distances and unite hearts. The echo was a reminder that no voice is too small, that every tale, every adventure, has the potential to resonate through the ages, to inspire and to enlighten. As Liko listened to the echoes, he realized that his journey was not just a quest for discovery, but a journey of sharing, of adding his voice to the chorus of the world. The stories he carried, the lessons he had learned were not just for him, but for all who would listen, for all who shared the spirit of adventure, and the dream of understanding the vast, intricate dance of life. The heart full of awe and the spirit enriched by the mountain's echo, Liko took one last look at the world below, a world he was now a part of in ways he had never imagined. Then, with the echoes of his voice as a companion, he began his descent, each step a testament to the journey he had undertaken and the stories he was eager to share. The descent was a journey in itself, a reflection on the path he had traveled, and a preparation for the tales it would tell upon his return. The mountain, with its daunting height and ancient wisdom, had bestowed upon Liko a final gift, the realization of his own voice's power and the impact of his journey. As Liko emerged from the shadow of the mountain, the landscape before him seemed to welcome him back, the forest, the meadow, and a river acknowledging his passage and his return. He knew now that his adventures were far from over, that each step, each leap was a part of a larger journey, a journey that continued beyond the peaks, in the hearts of those who would hear his stories. Under the endless canopy of the sky, descending from the mountain's echo, Where his voice had mingled with the whispers of the ancient peaks, Liko found himself at the edge of a forest unlike any he'd traversed before. This was the Sea of Trees, a vast, uncharted expanse of woodland that stretched as far as the eye could see, its canopy a dense tapestry of green that seemed to swallow the sky. Here, the air was thick with mystery, and the path forward was veiled in shadows, inviting Liko to step into the realm of the unknown. With the courage forged in the heart of the mountain, and the wisdom gleaned from the Meadow sounds, Liko took his first steps into the Sea of Trees. The forest floor was soft beneath his feet, a bed of moss and fallen leaves that muffled his passage, as if the forest itself was urging him to tread lightly, to listen to the stories it had to tell. The Sea of Trees was a world unto itself, a place where time seemed to stand still, where the whisper of the wind through the leaves was the only sound that pierced the silence. Here in the depth of the uncharted, Liko felt a stirring within him, a call to adventure that was both daunting and exhilarating. It was a reminder that the journey of discovery was not just about the destinations reached. What about the journey itself? About embracing the unknown and finding oneself in the process. As he navigated through the dense underbrush, Liko realized that each step into the unfamiliar was a leap towards growth and self-discovery. The forest with its hidden glades and shadowed paths was a teacher, its lessons not written in words but woven into the very fabric of the wild. It taught him to rely on his instincts, to be present in the moment, and to trust in the journey, even when the destination was not in sight. The Sea of Trees, with its enigmatic beauty and silent majesty, was a testament to the wonders that lay beyond the comfort of the known. It was here Liko learned to see not with his eyes but with his heart, to understand that true vision comes from within, from the courage to face the unknown and the faith to walk into that darkness, knowing that light awaits on the other side. As Liko ventured deeper into the forest, he encountered wonders that took his breath away. There ran trees that stood as guardians of the wild, their roots woven deep into the earth, their branches reaching towards the mountains from which serve the wise to Each discovery was a revelation, a piece of the puzzle that was the Sea of Trees, and as Liko pieced them together, he found within himself a reaction of the forest's untamed spirit. He understood that his journey was not just about finding his way through the physical landscape, but about navigating the landscapes of his own heart and soul. Emerging from the Sea of Trees, Liko looked back at the forest that had embraced him, its depths now a part of his story. He carried with him the lessons of the wild, the understanding that growth lies in the journey, in the willingness to embrace the unknown and to find oneself in the vastness of the world. The Sea of Trees was a chapter in Liko's journey, a passage through the heart of the untamed, a journey that had transformed him, not by leading him to a destination, but by showing him that the true destination lay within, and the courage to explore its dream. After navigating the enigmatic depths of the Sea of Trees, where each step was a discovery, and every shadow held a story, Liko finally saw the familiar outlines of his home. We drew him we should take him into the heart of the unknown and taught him the lessons of the forest, the wisdom of silence, the echoes of self, and the courage to face the uncharted was coming to a close. But as he approached the edge of his community, Liko knew that this ending was merely the beginning of something new. A new chapter where his experiences would be shared and his tales would inspire. The forest seemed to sense his return, its atmosphere alight with an expectant energy. Birds sang a little sweeter. The wind carried his scent ahead, whispering of his approach, and the very trees seemed to stand a bit taller, the leaves wrestling with anticipation. As Liko stepped into the clearing that marked the heart of his community, he was greeted with a sight that warmed his heart. His family, friends, and all the creatures that the forest had gathered, their faces alight with joy and wonder. They had come to welcome back their explorer, their hero, who adventured beyond the known and returned with stories that would ignite the flames of adventure in others. Liko, standing before his community, felt a swell of emotion. He saw the eager faces of the young ones, their eyes wide with awe. He saw the proud smiles of the elders, their not just silent acknowledgement of his journey. He saw the curiosity in everyone's gaze, a silent plea for him to share his tales. And so, under the canopy of the twilight sky, Liko began to recount his adventures. He spoke of the dance of the treetops, where he learned the grace of the wind and the harmony of the forest. He told of a river that sings, with the wise old fish taughting the strength and flowing with the currents of life. He recounted his encounter with the bird. He described the storm's fury, or amidst the chaos, he found resilience in the sheltering grove that taught him the value of community and support. He painted a vivid picture of the Starlight Festival, a magical night where the creatures of the forest shared their dreams under a blanket of stars. He shared the secrets of the Maya's silence, where he learned the joy of stillness, and the echoes of the mountain, where his voice mingled with the whispers of ancient stones. But it was his journey through the sea of trees that held them spellbound, a tale of navigating a dense, uncharted forest, embracing the unknown, and discovering the endless possibilities that lay within and beyond. As Micah spoke, his words weaving a tapestry of adventure, discovery, and growth, his community listened, captivated. His tales were more than just stories. They were lessons, insights into the heart of the world and the spirit of exploration that binds us all. Liko's return was celebrated long into the night, his tales igniting a spark of adventure in the hearts of those who listened. He had left as a young Lemur driven by curiosity and the desire to explore, and returned as a storyteller, a bearer of wisdom and a bridge between the known and the unknown. The return of the explorer marked not just the end of Liko's journey, but the beginning of many more. For in sharing his tales, he had sown the seeds of adventure in others, inspiring them to dream, to explore, and to discover the vast, wondrous world that lay beyond the safety of the familiar. Liko's journey had come full circle, but the stories he brought back with him would continue to live on, a testament to the courage to explore, the wisdom to listen, and the power of stories to inspire, connect, and transform. As the dawn crested over the horizon, bathing the forest in a gentle glow, a new day began, a day unlike any other, for it marked the birth of Orgasi. Liko, once a young Lemur filled with dreams and questions, had returned from his journey, not just as a storyteller, but as a beacon of inspiration for all who had heard his tales. His adventures, rich with lessons and wonders, had ignited a flame within the hearts of the younger generation, a flame that burned with curiosity and the desire to explore. The clearing that had witnessed Liko's return and the sharing of his journey was now a place of gathering, where the young ones came, their eyes alight with dream, their spirits buoyed by the tales of adventure. They saw in Liko not just a friend or a fellow creature of the forest, but a symbol of the joy of exploration and the endless possibilities that lay both within and beyond the boundaries of their world. Liko, aware of the eyes that followed him, the whispers that spoke his name, felt a responsibility to nurture this flame of curiosity. He understood that his journey had not just been his own, but a path that had opened the way for others to dream, to dare, and to discover. With this in mind, Liko began to share more than just stories. He shared the wisdom of the journey, the importance of respecting the natural world, and the courage to face the unknown. As the days passed, the forest became alive with a buzz of excitement. Maps were drawn in the dirt. Plans were whispered beneath the boughs of ancient trees, and the young ones spoke of adventures they wished to undertake. Liko's stomach had sown the seeds of a new era, an era where exploration was not just about venturing into the unknown, but about discovering the wonders of their world and themselves. Liko watched, his heart full, as he saw the reflection of his younger self in the faces of those who came to him for guidance. He offered them his knowledge, teaching them how to read the signs of the forest, how to listen to the whispers of the wind, and how to find their way by the stars. But more than anything, he taught them the value of curiosity, the importance of asking questions, and the beauty of finding their own paths. A legacy of exploration that Nico had ignited was not just about the physical journeys that lay ahead for these young adventurers. It was about the journey of the spirit, the quest for knowledge, and the pursuit of dreams. There was a legacy that transcended the tales of one learner. His adventures and became a shared heritage, a collective dream of a community that valued the wonders of their world and the potential within each heart to explore, to learn, and to grow. The legacy begins was not just the closing chapter of Liko journey. It was the opening chapter of countless new stories, of adventures, yet to be had and tales yet to be told. Laken's return had become a catalyst, a turning point that had transformed the forest into a place of boundless possibilities, where the young ones looked to the horizon with eager eyes ready to embark on their own journeys of discovery. And as Liko sat beneath the canopy of stars, the forest around him alive with the sound of dreams being born, he knew that his journey had truly come full circle. He had set out to find answers, to explore the unknown, and in doing so, he had become a part of something greater, a legacy of exploration and wonder that would continue to inspire generations long after his tales had become part of the forest's whispered lore. In the heart of the forest, under the watchful gaze of the stars, the legacy of Liko, the explorer, the storyteller, the inspiration, the Khan. It was a legacy that spoke of the endless dance of curiosity and discovery, of the journey of exploration, and of the infinite possibilities that lay waiting in the world beyond the trees.